My guest today is Brady Ellis. Brady is the owner of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory over at the Outlet Mall. Brady, thank you for joining me today on Coffee With. I was really excited when I finally pinned you down. I had to come over and buy a piece of chocolate from you. I don't know if I was trying to bribe you to come here or what, but I'm over there a lot anyway buying chocolate from you. I need to slack off on that.
That you are.
I'm going to have a problem. Anyway, tell us a little bit about how you ended up in Vicksburg, because I know you're not from here. I can tell by the accent that you're not from here. Tell us how you ended up here and why Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
Okay, well, it's kind of a neat story how we got actually to Vicksburg.
And we is?
Me is Tyann and myself,
okay.
Being my future wife one of these days. So she's the keeper of myself.
Okay.
So we just graduated from Missouri Western, which is just north of Kansas City. It's a Division II school there, and we were both athletes. She played softball, and I played baseball, and that's kind of how we met. I was a business accounting student at the university, and I got referred by some of my professors to get into a program, which was what I now found is how we got there, how we got to Vicksburg. The program was started by Stephen L. Craig, who is one of the Craig Realty's the managing partner in the Outlet Center here in Vicksburg. And he started this entrepreneurial program to get young students right out of college into business. And I went through a long, rigorous process, an internship out in Silverthorne, Colorado, wrote a business plan for the store here in Vicksburg. And on August 6th, I was chosen out of the finalists to become a partner in the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory here at the Outlet Mall. So we found out, that was a Friday, we found out about 3 hours after we presented the plan.
And how many other people were there trying to get the same opportunity? Because there was only one person chosen, right?
Yes, ma'am. It started, basically anyone at the university is more than welcome to get into the program. I was actually referred by some professors to get into the program, the entrepreneurial program, and now they're actually doing a class for another store, which is going to be in Montego, California, which I have to go back to the university and be a part of that judging. So it's going to be much easier not being the person that's getting
it's
criticized.
It's nice being on the other side of that table,
isn't
it? But how many other applicants, how many other competitors did you have? Do you know?
It starts with lots, and throughout the process, they dwindle it down between you get the internship. There was 3 of us that are doing internship. Now they've moved it up to there. Now there'll be 4 selected students getting an internship. There was about, like right now in the class, I think there's 10. In our competition, I think it started with as many as 15 to 20, and then slowly people decide to back out and decide it's really not right for them. And but on the day that we presented the plan, there was 3 finalists,
okay.
And then I was selected out of the 3 finalists. And then we found out that day. That was a very nerve-wracking day. And then by the next Thursday, we had packed up everything in a U-Haul, Tyann and I. Stayed in a hotel here in Vicksburg. We drove down on the following Thursday, and then woke up, found an apartment. And a week later, after we found out we were coming here, we moved in, and the rest
started selling
history.
chocolate.
That's right.
That's right. Well, that is a unique opportunity, and it's not something I had ever heard of before. But it also sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's definitely changed our life. Me and Tyann and I are very fortunate with the job market of the day, the economy, to find a job out of college, let alone have a chance to become a partner in your own store.
Right.
Is something that, it's almost like winning the lottery. We're actually the second store. There was a store previous to us, which is the one out in Silverthorne that I did an internship at, and they're doing very well. And since then, now there's 3, and hopefully it will put the business school that I graduated from on the map, and which is very neat to be a part of that growing process.
Absolutely. Now tell us, I know you can't tell us everything that you make and sell at Rocky Mountain. I can attest to the divinity. That's my weak spot. But tell us some of the other things that are maybe your most popular. We of course see the big apples, and that's kind of what Rocky Mountain is known for. But what are some of your top sellers at your store here?
Well, with the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory franchise, you get lots of store-made items, like we make fudge and divinity, like you said. Tyann does a wonderful job making the divinity.
But she did learn not to make it when it rains.
That
took her a while, because I would
the humidity does numbers on divinity.
It's different down here because it's really humid.
That's
and then one day I was
exactly
in there
right.
and she's like, Robyn, I didn't even make community today. It's raining.
So, and we make lots of store-made things like fudge, and we dip a lot of strawberries, caramel apples, as you said. We have, I think now we're up to over 20 different styles of caramel apples that we put all different sorts of nuts and chocolates, and we also have 3 cases of bulk chocolate, anything from chocolate creams to clusters, nut clusters, Bayers, which are the nuts, caramel, and chocolate, which we have are much like turtles. They're very popular. And we also, I think one of the things that have really helped us is we coupled it with Bluebell ice cream. And we have a 16-tub ice cream, and we just started opening up different lines. We now do milkshakes, and we're slowly expanding in that. We also have a few things of coffee, just regular house coffee, and some lattes and mochas, and we're starting to expand, but the bulk of our business comes from doing lots of gifting chocolates, box chocolates, and that nature. All
of the items that you sell, you don't actually make in the store, do you?
We make about 40% of the stuff
you do?
there. So there's a good bit of the barks and the divinity and the fudge and the store-made apples and Rice Krispies, dipped strawberries. We make about 40% of the rest of it does come from our factory, which is in Durango. That's where the franchise originated, I think, in
Durango,
1981.
Colorado?
Yes, ma'am. Durango, Colorado. It's a beautiful little minor town. So
I've been skiing there before and camping. That's a beautiful place.
The first store, our store is about 1,000 square foot, and we have a very nice, beautiful store. It's a good sized, comfortable store.
Yeah.
The very first store was right in downtown Durango. Was about 300 square foot. So they actually stirred the pot that they make fudge and stuff, and it was so small they had to open the windows so they could have their elbows out to stir it. And that's kind of how it started. The founder of the franchise is Frank Crail, and having the windows open in the upbeat kind of the great atmosphere of the specialty items like chocolate. People don't have to buy chocolate, but the atmosphere whenever they're standing there and people were walking down the streets, of them stirring and talking to people walking down the road would bring them into the store, and that's kind of how it grew from there.
Okay, y'all have been in Vicksburg now about a year, getting close to a year.
Going on 8 months, yeah. We opened middle of September.
I know the business community has really embraced you, and you recently made a presentation to the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce in appreciation for what the business community has done. But how has it been moving to the Deep South?
Not so much of a difference for myself. I'm from a very small farm town in Kansas. It has been much of a change, but for Tyann, who is from Des Moines, Iowa, drastic difference. But I think the community, and like you said, the business community, the people we have met here have really embraced us, welcoming us into the community, not only as being from a different town or different state or different part of the country, but they've embraced our business, they've embraced us as people, and people are really enjoying the fact that they like supporting us as the chocolate couple.
Sure.
They like to come in and chat. We have lots of people that just stop in to chat, and we really like that. It really makes us feel welcome that, you know, now we're making Vicksburg our home, not only as a business, but for her and ourselves as our personal life.
Absolutely. And I know when I come in there, and there's always other people in there, and y'all know everybody, and they know you, and, you know, Vicksburg is such a great place to do business. It really is, because it's easy to get to know people, and people are so friendly and welcoming. And I can see that when I come into your establishment, that y'all have really made the effort to get to know people, not just for people to get to know you. And it makes a difference when you get ready to do business.
It really does.
You know. What are some of the things y'all have you had any time to enjoy Vicksburg, or y'all still just working?
Well, we do work quite a bit still, but we just hired a few employees, which means we're expanding, which is a good thing. And we have got a chance we did finally make it, you know, to some events. We got to come down to the River Fest, which was really neat. Right. We've got a chance to venture out and enjoy. There's still lots of things that we have that we like to get into the community, and we've got a chance to go to a couple of the area elementary schools, and being a baseball background, I've had a chance to, beginning this summer, I'm helping coach a little summer traveling baseball team, which gets me out of the store, but right now we still do work quite a bit. So
yeah, I know y'all are, y'all are open 7 days a week, and you got to be there.
That's right.
But y'all have done some great things in the community. Last year for our United Way campaign, y'all donated some of the food for the fashion show, and lots of places I go, you have something something there.
Yeah, we're getting ready to do there's a chocolate event, a chocolate affair that's coming up
at the Southern Cultural Heritage
Yes,
Center.
ma'am. We got some chocolate lined up for that. Diane just recently put a basket together for the Catch a Dream Foundation, which has to do with young kids that are hospitalized and that are cancer. We put a basket together from the chocolate factory, and they're going to auction that off to help raise money for the Catch a Dream Foundation, which is a really neat foundation, which came to our attention by one of our customers who comes in, loves our cheesecake, and he's a really nice guy, and he's actually the founder of that Catch a Dream Foundation, which is through one of the universities. I think it's Mississippi State. So they're going to auction off one of our baskets. So we thought that was really neat to be a part of that.
Well, thank you so much for coming and having coffee with me today. The one thing you said that I have a really hard time believing is that people come by and visit and they don't buy anything. How can somebody come in your store and walk out without anything in their hand?
Well, our store is very tempting. There are very few with reserve, but we do have some that come in. Maybe they're in a hurry. That's about the only reason
Maybe
they get
so,
in
and
now.
they're just saying hey and moving on. Brady, thank you so much, and we're delighted to have y'all here, and of course we're glad to have the chocolate here. And thank you for the contribution you're making to our community, and thank you for coming and having coffee with me today.
I'm
and
glad
tell
to be
Tyann
here.
I said hello.
I will definitely
And make
do
me some
so.
divinity.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.